Hey, so I thought I'd make a little tutorial on painting this exhaust. This is a MD 500E exhaust that I printed and prepped with some primer and sanded just to get it ready for paint. And then we're gonna try and make it look realistic. And some of the paint, or all the paints that I use, are these guys, but you know, anything works, I guess. But I found these work really well because this one has a really good spray over the object, and it is just like car interior stuff, but it comes out really nice and matte. So as long as it's a black matte paint, is awesome. And then I found these guys, which is basically just for fancy graffiti artists. So it's gold and silver, and we're gonna mix it up a little bit together. And then I have oils, which I will thin out with. Oh, there's not much left in there, is it? Yeah, just the mineral spirits. And to weather it, I'm gonna be using a sponge, natural sponge. We're gonna rip off a little piece so you get a random pattern. These are really good for weathering. Also, this one is really cool. The Alclad 2 lacquer. This is gold titanium, and it looks just like titanium, I guess. Yeah, it's really good for metal stuff. So that one's awesome. Okay, so now we sprayed the exhaust with the black, and you can see I got all the corners in there. So now we're gonna spray a gradient of silver and gold, and we're gonna mix it up to get a nice texture and variation. So I'm gonna start with silver, I think. I'm just gonna go through over the whole surface. And there's gonna be some spillage like inside the exhaust, but that's okay. We want like a little bit of soot or whatnot to like have gone off the edge there. So that's what we're trying to simulate. So I'm gonna mix it up with gold, and I'm gonna focus on the inside and gradient outwards. A little more silver. See, we got the spillage here into the exhaust. All right, let's go with that. So now you can see after drying, we have this variation of gold and silver, and the texture that we wouldn't get if we just chose one paint to work with. So that's why I kind of mixed it up. So you have this really cool sheen of like heat stains or whatnot. So I tried to go like more silver on this side and then more gold on this side. I'm guessing like the engine gets harder in the back or something. Just the look of it felt right to me. So yeah. All right, just a very careful mist of the Alclad 2 lacquer gold titanium. It's gonna be very careful on this one. Barely any. Let's see if I can even. All right, so we have the painted exhaust here, nice and dry. Be patient and let it dry, otherwise this mineral spirits will eat the paint. So I poured a lot of it in here and then kind of mixed it up. The important part is to not just use black, just try and mix it to a nice brown that reminds you of like oil, motor oil. I ripped off a piece of the sponge to get like a nice random pattern when we dab it on top of it. But we also need to rotate while we dab. Okay. Slight thinned out amount of oil, and just let it kind of run to the edge. Okay. Then use my sponge. All right, and then we're gonna use just a little bit more oil this time, less thinner, and we're gonna add a bit more in the edge here. Okay, so now we're gonna add a bit more of a darker, more black layer. Still not 100% black, but close to it. So we're gonna work drier and drier, like less and less mineral spirits every layer. Anyway, you can use your finger. If it's too wet, you can kind of take your finger and just mush it a little bit like that. See here how we have a little bit more matte, and then it gets shinier and shinier. Kind of see how the dirt is like tighter into the edge of areas. Here you go. Here it is in its completed form. Yeah, the chrome paint I used for the tightening belt thingy was this pen. I just opened it up and painted it with a brush instead of the pen. Really cool chrome stuff. Maybe there's some other paint you can get, but that's what I used for this one. And it seemed to be okay. Like, you get the nice difference of materials, and yeah. Well, that's it. All done. Thank you.